How's it going, everyone? It's Adam from Life of Adam. Came back with a brand new lifeguarding video. And today's video, I'm gonna give you guys some lifeguard test questions that you are going to see on your final exam. You have to get an 80% or higher to pass the exam and become a lifeguard. So in this video, I'm gonna give you guys some questions, the options you get to choose from, and the right answers to help you guys study. Now, if you guys don't know already, I make a bunch of lifeguarding tip videos about passing the course, passing the swim test, becoming a lifeguard, basically everything you need to know. So definitely consider subscribing and liking the video to show your support to the channel. Now, question number one, what is a common sign of a spinal injury in the water? Now, remember, for these types of questions, they're gonna give you options. You wanna pick the best option. So all of them can be signs, but it's about what is the best sign for a spinal injury in the water. Is it A, a headache, which could be a sign of like a concussion or someone hitting their head, B, limp arms, or C, tingling and numbness in limbs? Just know that your spine is connected to almost everything in your body. So tingling and numbness in your limbs, that is not a good sign to have, and that's a direct indicator of someone having a spinal injury. So the best answer out of the three will be C, tingling and numbness. Now, question number two, we're gonna change the topic a little bit. How often should you give breaths during ventilations on an adult? For example, during like rescue breathing, how often should the tempo be? Should it be A, 1 in every 3 seconds, B, 1 in every 5 to 6 seconds, or C, 2 every 10 seconds? Now you'll notice right away, 1 in every 5, 2 in every 10, that's the same ratio. However, in a question like this, it's asking about giving one breath, a single breath. So you don't wanna get it confused with 2 in every 10. The best answer, and something that they will teach you in the course, on an adult, it will always be 1 in every 5 to 6 seconds. 1 in every 3 is too fast. Now, question number 3. What is the best way to ensure scene safety when providing care? Now, when you see a victim on the ground and you're providing care, there's things that you need to check. Number one, you gotta make sure if they're responsive. Number two, you gotta make sure that 911 is called and that they're on their way. Number three is you need to check your surroundings for any hazards. Is there a fire? Is there an electric wire that's sparking? Stuff like that. So in this question, they're asking for the best way. So is it A, asking the victim if they're okay or if they're responsive, B, calling 911, or C, scanning hazards? Now, since the question's directly focused on scene safety, the best answer is going to be C, scan hazards. As I described early on, it is one of the first checks that you have to do when you're walking into a room and when you're reenacting a rescue scenario during the lifeguarding course. Question number 4, what is the most effective way to prevent transmission of diseases when giving first aid? Now, there's a big unit in the course about bloodborne pathogens. You will definitely get questions about this on the exam. But for this question, A is avoid contact with the victim or direct contact with wounds, whatever that may be. B, use towels on wounds to prevent blood transmission. Or C, use personal protective equipment and clean your hands. Now, it's very simple. You just got to use personal protective equipment like gloves. And in the course, they'll actually teach you how to put on gloves, but also how to take them off without actually touching the outside of them, without touching any like bodily fluid or something like that, to make sure that you don't get any diseases or any problems. So you don't want to be in contact with any of that stuff. So it's very important to use gloves, use PPE, and clean hands afterwards, and you should be fine. Now, the last question for this video, number 5, next step after a rescue. What should you do? What is the best next step or the required next step? Is it A, report and monitor the victim, B, rest and hydrate, or C, clean equipment? Now, these are all things that you should do after a rescue, right? If you exert yourself quite a lot, you definitely want to rest and hydrate and make sure the victim is rested and hydrated and they're in a good spot. You also make sure that equipment is clean, especially if there's bleeding, if there's an abrasion or scrape, if there's blood involved, or someone was throwing up. And also, you definitely need to report the incident and monitor the condition of the victim until EMS arrives. Now, for the sense of this question, the right answer is going to be A, report and monitor. Everything needs to be documented, especially if this was quite the emergency. If this is like a simple assist, you don't need to write down everything that you saw or all the conditions and all the symptoms. But if this was a rescue that required EMS personnel to arrive on the scene, you need to provide documentation about everything that happened, where lifeguards were, what you noticed, what rescue was used, what the victim was feeling, are they responsive, were they not responsive, stuff like that. One of the most important things for working at a facility at the end of the day is reporting the incident and writing things down. So definitely keep that in mind. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Like and subscribe to show your support to the channel. Comment down below if you have any questions, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks so much. Peace out.